An unredacted court filing reveals claims that Meta had a 17-strike policy for sex trafficking. You're shaking your head. I don't understand.
This actually blew my mind.
What's the problem with that? What is the 16 problems with that? The 16 strikes past the one strike.
Yeah.
All right. Unredacted court filing claims Meta once let accounts accumulate 16 sex trafficking related violations before suspending them finally for the 17th, according to former safety lead Jayakumar Vaishnavi. Internal documents appear to corroborate the 17 strike threshold, which Jayakumar called unusually high by any measure across the industry.
And I hope so. Like,
the filing also alleges that Meta repeatedly shelved fixes to tools for reporting illegal material if they hurt engagement. Naturally, Meta denies the accuracy of all of this. To me, the most mind-blowing part of it, allegedly, if true, is at the point of 17 strikes, why even have a number?
Yeah.
Like, at that point,
also, does nothing
why have
else happen?
strikes? You know how many strikes there are? Okay, 3. Or 10 if we're talking bowling. Okay, fine, 12. But the point is, the point is, it's never 17. Like, if it's just going to be like, I don't know, we'll let it slide, then why even have a policy?
I don't even think the bowling analogy works.
What do you mean? 12 strikes in bowling. 1 for every 10 frame, and then 2 more for the last frame. Strikes.
Yeah, but it's not like...
It's not, and then you're out. I know, it's just is joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, there's nothing with 17 strikes, is my point.
I think I'm not wanting anything to get close to the number. So anything beyond 3, I'm just like, no!
Anything beyond 1 for sex trafficking violations.
Well, okay, I can kind of understand...
Careful.
False positives.
Okay.
No, false positives. But
that's an appeal system. That's an appeal system. That's not a strike.
Sure.
And I'm fine with an appeal system.
Sure.
But no, if you get a real sex trafficking
my thing is
strike,
like, if it's a false positives thing, 2?
Not 17.
At most?
Let's all agree not 17.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
This comes as Meta has been lobbying the Canadian federal government to introduce regulations requiring app stores to verify users' ages. This is sort of a separate thing now. I just thought this was interesting. If implemented, these regulations would shift responsibility from services like Meta's Facebook and Instagram, or, Periscope, or whatever the kids are using these days, and move them on to companies like Apple and Google, who maintain these marketplaces instead. I actually think that makes sense. I don't really see how a patchwork of age verification implementations across every stupid app that supports communication or like rich media sharing, right?
It's not just an app, though. That's where I think my problem with this lands.
Or any service. Like, I don't see why we should have a patchwork. Oh, yeah, right. No, okay, no, you're 100% right, because they have to have it anyway.
Yeah.
So, okay, no, I'm fully back on board with Meta just having to do this work themselves.
I'm not against the core concept of what you're just saying.
Yeah. No,
But I think they just would both need to do it.
I went full, like, not proper boomer, and I forgot that, like, Facebook is not just an app. I'm trying to think when. Yeah. Oh no. I would use the website when I'm on my computer. Yeah. No. Yeah. I forgot. It's not an app. I just didn't think about it in this context. Obviously, I use Marketplace.
I don't know. Can you use Instagram in the browser? I think so.
I think you can now. You couldn't in the early days. It was just an app.
Yeah.
And like WhatsApp for a long time was just an app, whereas now it supports linked devices pretty well. So I think I just got caught in the it's an app thing. All right, our discussion question here is, How different do you think Meta's behavior would be if Mark Zuckerberg wasn't the CEO? Meta's robotic pursuit of engagement seems to line up with this memeified perception of Zuckerberg as sort of soulless. In your experience, oh God, who wrote this question? Ugh, all right. In your experience, how much does a CEO actually guide the actions of a company?
This one says,
I don't think that word is quite what it should be.
I think it really depends on the company. And I think you can see the scale from literally 0 to 100. Talking about, someone said insert Elon meme. Yeah, okay. So there's your obvious bait for the 100.
Sure.
But then there's also the other end of the spectrum where like almost no one even knows who the CEO is unless you like dive into it.
But surely internally they do.
Yeah, and I'm 100% certain there are companies where they don't have a ton of impact.
Like Floatplane. Was that the one you were thinking of?
I mean, no, but that's actually very legitimate, to be honest. But like there are examples of this, and it's not, just Floatplane. It scales a ton. It's kind of an interesting position because it feels like it's one of those things where like everyone has their own kind of take on how it should really work.
Right.
I would love to hear Floatplane's policy for this. 0 strikes, 1 strikes. It depends on how the strikes are assigned. We don't have like an AI system going in and trying to detect content. So for us, it would be 0?
It would be a human review.
Yeah, exactly. So then if it's like, oh, you're doing that, then you're just done. There's no leniency.
Yeah.
At all. Obviously.
Like our line is, is it illegal? And the answer for that is clearly yes.
Like the way that I would like Facebook to do it is they obviously have way too much content for it all to be manually processed.
Yeah.
So if something gets flagged, you can maybe like restrict their account, but don't completely remove them from the platform, but maybe make it so they can't do like direct messaging or something, and then put it into manual review. And then if it gets manually reviewed and they're doing that, don't just suspend their account. Report them to like the police and stuff. And then also suspend their account. Because I noticed that was suspiciously lacking from this documentation. Was it just mentioned that they suspend their account? And I'm like, nah. This is one of those situations where like, there's some platforms that are fully anonymous and it's cool that they are fully anonymous. Facebook's not. And in this case, I'm totally okay with like, if there's sex trafficking happening on Facebook, it should be reported.
Okay.
Like
that
where did you think I was going?
That was one of those like that was one of those ones that's very soundbiteable.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Whoa moments, come on.
Relax. I mean, it was I went whoa. You know what they say, go whoa, go broke. That's because you get canceled.
Oh, okay.
I'm not digging that.
Yeah, no, I don't deserve
rough.
it. I don't deserve it.
That's pretty rough.
It's too far.